Don't do that. RC Guy Garage here, and this is the Arrma Outcast 4S V2. So it's the vehicle that Arrma kindly went ahead and sent out to me. Horizon Hobby Arrma, however it works. I think Horizon Hobby, but it's just whatever. So they did go ahead and send me that car. I did discover an issue. They did talk about it. They let the creators, we use that term lightly, they let the people know that there was a fix. Now, unfortunately, they didn't let me know quick enough that there was a fix for the car. Well, they finally went ahead and gave me the fix, which actually is the fix, but unfortunately, they didn't send me all of the fix. So they did send me the actual offending piece, but I'm gonna have to make, again, my own pin, and I've got to figure out a collar. I may have to use a zip tie. So that's kind of not gonna make it right. But then I thought about it. I thought, all right, well, how can I make this predicament right? Well, what I can do is take the axles that are from the front of the truck, which are relatively unscathed. So while they're used, they didn't get pelted by the debris that, I just spit on the camera. My mouth is watering here. They didn't get pelted by the debris that the rear got, so effectively, this kind of should resolve that issue. Now, I did open the package already. I have the package closed right now, obviously for video purposes, but I did take the package. I looked just in the plastic, and it was basically, the fix was exactly what I said. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So people sometimes want to know how I have settings and things set up. So what I'll do is on each video right now, if I make a camera change just to help people out with filming, I had a good conversation with an individual today, basically just trying to tell him, how I do things, what I do, and hopefully it helps. I don't know if it actually will, but yeah, filming, you gotta just do it. You gotta practice, just the whole thing. But anyways, so I've got my GoPro going. It's on 1080 30 frames at linear. So because the GoPro has that fisheye lens kind of looking thing, everything is always going to kind of have a little bit of a curve to it. You can even see that the table right here has a little bit of a curve to it. The truck kind of looks a little bit bowed, but anyways. So from Proline, this is actually a bag from Proline from, Horizon Hobby owns Proline. So I don't know, is Proline the ones that actually made this revised part? So I did open this up already, and this actually is the fix that I kind of expected, except for the fact that they didn't send, this is all they sent. So, and that's the frustrating part because there's no pins, so I'm gonna have to make a pin, and I already explained how I'm gonna do this, but this is the revised part. This is more correct for the rear. It's probably hard to even see this because there's not enough light, but the biggest problem that they had with the original piece was the fact that, see how this flange right here? This flange that you see that sticks up was non-existent in the other one. Or it was so far milled down that what it did is that when under acceleration, when that clip kind of wants to, again, I'm saying that this is what the issue was, that when that piece, that little C-clip looking band, it's a band, when that C-band, I guess you could call it a C-band, under acceleration, it would start to open up. So when it would open up, because there was no shoulder, and that's what I was talking about, because there was no shoulder, it would allow debris to very easily get inside that's basically being sprayed from the front wheels. So this is exactly what I had hoped that they would do. It's just unfortunate that they didn't send me a pin or the clamp, the C-band. So what I decided to do is, like I said, I'm basically I gotta take the damn truck apart now. This is going to technically be a repair video, and then there'll be a running video later showing basically taking this thing back to Diamond Dust and putting a beat down on it to show, hopefully, that this revised part, which it's been my understanding that the vehicles that are for sale, those ones have this revised part. That is what I've been told. Now, whether if it actually happens or not, that's the unknown. Because it is kind of sad that for, and I use the term loosely, creators, for us people that were gracious enough to be able to receive these trucks, which I am, man, this has literally become, this has become my favorite grab-and-go truck. That's saying a lot, man. There's so much about this platform that I absolutely love. So, yeah, dude, it's my grab-and-go. It is point blank. It is point blank my grab-and-go. I really wish they sent me the Kraton. Hey, guys, Horizon Hobby, whoever you are, whoever sent me that or made that decision, you may have thought you made a bad decision, but in reality, you didn't, because you kind of sent it to, you stinking sent it to a mechanic. So, I mean, well, kind of a hack mechanic, but whatever. So, we're gonna basically break into the truck right now. Again, that's the revised part. We'll stick those there. So, back on the Outcast, this thing is all nice and cleaned up now. Body pins, you don't have to drill them out if you're never going to take it to a place like Diamond Dust, but if you do, I would recommend bringing a set of some type of plier or something. I'd bring not a straight set. I'd get one of those curved bent sets, which I don't seem to have it right now, but it's got the a curved jaw, like a 30-degree curved jaw. So, but this is the Outcast 4S. Again, very, very pleased with this platform. We are going to break this down. You can see the rear axle right here, I think. Right there, that's what the issue is. I did lose the band clamp, so I'm going to have to figure out something else. And because it's for the front, I'm not worried about it. It is kind of odd that it seemed like it's this side that kept popping. So I'm not sure why that is. It's almost as if I'm doing like a reverse NASCAR. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm turning all right instead of turning all left. To break this car down, it's really not that super difficult, but it is going to take quite a while. So I don't know if you want to hang out, you know, for this whole thing. It is something to watch if you're bored. Basically, that's how I look at it. If you're bored, this is something you can go ahead and watch. So that's only if you're bored. All right, so where to start? Where to start? I gotta take the center brace out. I gotta take the power module out. I gotta take the drive shaft out. So drive shaft, very easy. Push back, pull up, pull back, and take it out. Now, initially, I thought that there was going to be an issue with the bearing carrier that's in there, but apparently it's not an issue. I will say, though, keep up on your maintenance with this bearing right here, because this is only a shielded bearing. So just make sure you kind of clean this area and keep this bearing lubricated. That way this doesn't seize up, because this is supposed to just help keep this drive shaft kind of in line. Get my Hobao drivers. I use the Hobao drivers. I have found that the quality of these particular drivers are actually really good. So I think I need a light here, because this doesn't look like it's bright enough. I gotta pop off. Yeah, so it's the rear. The rear case is revised. So the rear differential housing is revised. Because I won't have to take off the front. So see what I'm saying here? If you look here, where is it? The front is still the same. It doesn't have a shoulder. See what I'm saying? Right there, you can actually get to the axle. So that'll actually be very easy to go ahead and get to. So I don't have to take off the front. Ha ha ha. I don't have to. but I do have to pop this link here. I'm not sure how this is going to film. Forget the light. Hopefully just a low light will work. I gotta take this off here. Take this link off, that way I can flop it out. I might have to, yeah. I think I might have to, take another link out. Let's see, is this gonna be enough? Alright, so it is enough. So technically it's... No, I don't want you to start the room cleaning. Because now it's gonna... Crap! See, I got one of those, Wise things, right? So the robot is doing a scheduled cleaning, so I gotta pause it. Stop. Yes. So it's gonna return, but see what it does is it cleans certain sections. So I gotta open up quick again. Connect. And that way I can just see, that's why I'm doing it this way. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna do it that way. Alright, so because this is basically the only piece that I need, front and rear, it's the same exact thing. So what you can see is exactly what I had said, was that they needed some type of a shoulder. I think initially what I had really said was that this piece right here, you can actually see this. See how it's not sitting flat? Alright, so what I was saying was that you can actually see that the band is slightly lifted up. So, see if I can just get my fingernail into there. Not really. Kind of need like a tool to go ahead and get that off. So this isn't necessarily the best tool, but it's gonna work. You just don't want to deform the band, man. You don't want to stretch it out too much. So, just gonna pry that, lift it off. See if there's any garbage that got in there. No garbage got in there, but what I can see is it looks like the pin shifted to that one edge. So, spin that. So the pin, see how the pin shifted out? Pin actually shifted out a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this pin out of here and then basically show you side by side the comparison piece. So this is the original piece, this is the new piece. So you can see clearly a big difference is it's got the shoulder that protects. Now that is definitely, I want to say just by visual, that's definitely got to be the fix, man, because that was part of the problem, was the fact that with this style right here and this clamp, this C-band, just, it would open just enough and the grit would get underneath. Having the shoulder on here is what takes care of it. So, and it looks like I'm going to do two things. I'm going to measure the width of this. And I'm going to measure the width of this. So here's the original. So the original is coming in at, I want to make sure I don't get the little flat section. So the original piece is coming in at 16.89, and then the flange side is coming in at 18.1 or thereabouts. The new one, the inside is coming in at 16.81, and then the flange, big difference. Big difference on that. That is going to make all the difference when it comes to this piece right here. Now, like I'm saying, the thing that I want to know is I really want to know, are these going to be in the new trucks for you guys that actually get them? That's what I want to know, because receiving the pre-production truck was kind of a bummer, man. I mean, it's awesome, but if there was a pre-production and they had an issue, they literally just should have sent this out with the truck. So, but I think they may have been having an ordering process. I think that might be the case. So now, I'm going to do a dry fit right now of this band, because the only negative that I potentially see is the fact that now this band is going to have to stretch, and this is probably like a spring steel. This band is now going to have to stretch over a wider surface. Now, let's measure the inside. 20.22, 20.14, 20, so it's ovalized. And then on this side, this edge, looks like it might be just a touch smaller. So that's what I was worried about, was I wanted to make sure that the band wasn't going to get stretched out too much. So like I said, I'm just going to do a dry fit. Actually, no, I don't have to do a dry fit. I can actually put this all together. I'm going to go ahead and clean this piece, because this is all gritty. I want to make sure I'm putting a clean piece together. Very, very simple, easy fix. But if this is the fix, that is absolutely awesome. So here's the new part. Go ahead and toss that in. All right, so now that I did all my picture taking, so this is the revised part over the old part. I did a community post just showing the differences. Funny thing is it is just shy of 16% better. Like the flange is literally like 15.9% bigger on this piece, and that may have solved the issue. I'm really thinking positive thoughts here, man. So it's a very easy replacement. I really wish they had sent me the stuff I needed, man, because doing it this way, I don't know. So like I said, the biggest thing for me was this band. Making sure, because the question was, is this band going to overstretch getting it put on? So it's going to take probably a little bit, but it is spring steel, so it should just slide over the other piece. Yep, it's going to be a little bit of a bear. Alright, I gotta sit down for this. Use the proper tools too, don't go using what I'm doing here. So the question was, is this band, it says it's gonna fit. So it's just kind of weaseling it over and kind of weaseling it over the right way here. So I don't want to have to pause this, because I want to show if this is going to be a difficult kind of thing to do here. And looks like we got this side coming. Be careful, man. Don't use the tools that I'm using, I'm telling you. Because this is not the right tool. Okay. Got that side on. Now we just gotta work this over. That is more like it. That's the fix. That is absolutely 100% the fix. Look at even how it fits. Yep, that's the fix, man. I know I'm saying that's the fix, but I can tell just by, I can tell by my fingernails how hard that was to get that band on there, and that band is on there. Yes, that is definitely the fix. This one, it was just way too loose. So for the rear of the vehicles, they definitely need to have this piece, and that's what Arrma says that you guys should be getting. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not even going to bother pulling this thing apart because, to be honest with you, I feel no need right now to look at the front diff. We'll do that at a later time. Kind of wanted to do that now, but I want to just get out and rip this thing now. Like, that piece fitting the way it does, I literally just want to, bam, test that. They gave me this piece, so I'm going to pop the other side, do the same exact thing, swap my axles. You do have to take apart the rear case in order to pull your axles. That's the only drawback, but if that's the only drawback, I guess that's kind of part of maintenance, I guess, and cleaning and whatever. Sometimes you just, that is how it is, man. Kind of can't get around things. You might be able to file a little section, but why file it? It's just a couple screws. We'll take it apart and we'll get this thing ripping. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage. This was just a short blip of a video just showing you that Arrma looks like they did actually revise the part. I'm pretty happy with what I'm seeing. The part is 15.9% bigger than the original. I know my community post said 16 to 17%, but it's literally 15.9, I believe. Alexa, 18 plus 15.9%.
18 plus 15.9% is 20.862.
Maybe it's 15.7. Alexa, 18 plus 15 point...
18 plus 15 points is 33.
Let's go! Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop! Alexa, stop!
No, I actually had to stop the video because there are occasions when you get into a fight with Alexa devices, especially seeing that you have like one device that's in close proximity with the other, and what happens is the two start going and then they start talking to each other, and then they don't listen to you, and then you run over to talk to one and the other one just
with what I said, between the two Alexas talking to each other, it said, thanks for listening to Wish 99.7. Now I've got that damn song in my head because that's a song that I think my mother used to listen to. I think, how does it go? Bring me a higher love. Dun, 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 bring me a higher love. Oh, yeah, that shows my age. I'm out.
Yeah, I know I'm not gonna win any kind of like Grammy or country something, whatever the music awards are. I know I'm not gonna get any of that. But what I do want to say is it does seem to be like this part being like a 15.7% increase in overall shoulder. It's the shoulder that's the increase. I do believe that is the resolve. It definitely looks as though the C-band is fitting a lot better. So anyways, this is RC Guy Garage, and like I always say, just get out there and rip it, man. And hey, if you did laugh at the singing, just let me know because I was making myself laugh here.